Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry, it's been a long time since I did a Minecraft video, but I'm back with a brand new guide for a different add-on. Today, we're going over everything and anything that you need to know about the Dragons add-on by Shapescape. I believe this is like the third or fourth themed dragon add-on that's been added to the marketplace now, and this one is definitely worth the download. This one will run you about 990 mine coins, or about $6. And just like any other add-on, simply download it from the marketplace. Make sure it's active in your world settings by clicking on the small pencil icon next to your world and making sure that the pack is active in your global resources tab. This add-on can run alongside any other add-on, but my suggestion would be to maybe turn off the other dragon add-ons at the same time if you want to experience the full immersion of this one. Now, once you have the add-on activated, you can load up your world like normal. You'll receive a Dragons guidebook, which will give you all the basic information about the add-on, including a lot of things that I'm going to cover in this video. This book is much more in-depth than other add-ons that I've tried, which was really nice to see. So, let's start from the beginning. For now, there are only 3 types of dragons: fire, thunder, and crystal. And I've already spoken to the devs who have plans to add more in the future, which at first I was a little disappointed coming from Dragonfire that has almost 30 dragons, but I was happy to hear that there are plans to add more. Now, these dragons will spawn randomly throughout your world, and there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it. They can be in any biome. It doesn't matter the type of dragon either. Although I did seem to find the majority of them in normal forests, I also found some in taiga, plain, and mountain biomes. And as far as I know, there is no way to control the spawns either. Wait, don't panic. My Dragonfire guys out there just had a heart attack. These dragons are much more rare and do not spawn all over the place like they do in Dragonfire. These dragons are much different. They are hostile by nature and are flying around protecting their nests. In these nests are dragon eggs. In order to get yourself a dragon, you'll either need to defeat the dragon or steal her egg and hope you don't get caught. Wild dragons can do some pretty big damage, but are easily defeated with some enchanted weapons. I think it only takes about 5 or 6 arrows from a max damage bow to kill one. Dragons will drop XP and dragon scales, which can be used to craft their armor, but I'll get into that in a second. Alright, let's say you've gotten yourself a dragon egg. In order to hatch the egg, you simply need to place it on the ground, then you take a lava bucket and interact with the egg. Basically, you're dumping the lava on the egg, but it won't actually empty the bucket, so don't worry. You should see some hearts, and the egg will begin to hatch. And congratulations, you are now the proud owner of your very own dragon. Now, this add-on has a really cool mechanic when it comes to the dragons. They can evolve and grow through feeding them. Just like in Dragonfire, but this mechanic is much more like Ark, where the baby dragons will request a certain item that you have to then feed them. So for example, this baby fire dragon wants an iron ingot. So I'll feed it, and then it will request something else a few seconds later. Each dragon has a set list of materials that they will request. The full list can be found on the Dragon's wiki, which I'll link in the description down below. The crystal dragons seem to request more common items, while the thunder requests slightly more uncommon, and the fire requests more rare items. As you feed your dragons, they will evolve into larger and more powerful versions. Each dragon has 3 phases: baby, adult, and elder. Each phase will not only change the dragon's appearance, but also unlock new abilities, which can be found within the dragon's ability menu. In order to access this menu, crouch and interact with your dragon. This will make them sit and open a new abilities menu. As a baby, you have 2 options: customize and sit. Sitting obviously makes the dragon sit, just like a wolf, and customize, which is actually really cool. In the abilities menu, you have the option to change some of the colors of your dragon. Parts of the dragon can be changed by just clicking a button. You can choose from all of the base dye colors in the game. Here's where you also have the option to toggle the evolution stage on and off. So if you want to keep your dragon a baby forever, you can. Toggling this off will also turn off the food request bubble above their heads. After you have fed your baby dragon 5 items, it will evolve to the adult stage. At the adult stage, you will unlock Sleep and Scavenger abilities. Sleep is a passive healing mechanic that will allow your dragon to heal over time. And Scavenge is interesting. At the adult stage, you basically have Scavenger level 1. You can assign your dragon to go and collect items for you. And at level 1, you have the ability to have your dragon collect different types of meat or wood. Collecting meat has a 120-second cooldown, while wood is a 240-second cooldown, and that increases at level 2. The dragon will bring back a random amount of a few different items. Now I won't go over all of them here, but there is a full chart breakdown on the wiki if you're interested in that. At the adult stage, you can also unlock the ability to ride your dragon. All you need is a saddle. While your dragon is sitting, hit Y or crouch and hit Y to access the dragon's inventory. Equip the saddle. Now the flying mechanics are top tier. It feels so smooth while flying. It's not complicated, there's no weird jumping at all. All you gotta do is hold forward on the controller or on the directional pad, depending on what device you're using, and then look up. These dragons even have the ability to hover. Simply stop holding forward and the dragon will remain in the air and allow you to look around. In order to land, just hold forward again and look down. This is a huge improvement to the flying mechanics in Dragonfire. They feel much smoother, simpler, and more natural. Feeding your dragon another 5 items as an adult will evolve the dragon again to the final stage, Elder. An Elder Dragon is a full-grown dragon with all of its abilities unlocked. This will give you Scavenger level 2 and Fast Travel. Scavenger level 2 will allow your dragon to search for ore and mob items, which includes more dragon scales. And Fast Travel will now take your dragon and turn it into a portal. But not like a normal Minecraft portal. You can set 5 Fast Travel locations per dragon. When selecting a Fast Travel location, both you and your dragon will be brought to that location. No more having to drag your dragon through a nether portal or having to fly for hours just to get back home. Each dragon has its own set of player armor that can be crafted with scales. Very similar to how you craft normal pieces of armor, place the scales in the corresponding pattern to make the sets. Unfortunately, these sets do not grant any type of bonuses like the Dragonfire ones do. They are just simply cool looking sets of armor. They can be fully enchanted, however, and at base these sets of armor fall somewhere between diamond and netherite. They have slightly more protection but less durability, kinda like how gold tools are technically one of the best tier tools in the game, but they don't last as long. Speaking of armor, as an Elder Dragon, you also unlock the ability to equip your dragon with its own set of armor. These come in 3 tiers: Iron, Gold, and Diamond. Each one of these can be crafted using dragon scales and a set of horse armor. Iron will give you a 40% damage reduction, Gold is 60, and Diamond is 80. Dragons also do not shed scales. The only way to collect them is to either level up your dragons to Elder and have them scavenge for them. Destroying a dragon nest can drop you a few scales, or go around killing a bunch of them. One other thing I want to mention about crafting is that there are no weapons associated with these dragons. I know, it's kind of disappointing to be honest, but the suggestion has been made. There is also a dragon trader in this add-on. Similar to Dragonfire's traders, they randomly spawn throughout the map. They can be identified by the 3 baby dragons they have attached to them. These guys sell materials to feed dragons, saddles, dragon eggs, and armor. They even sell dragon armor for emeralds. You cannot kill the trader and take the babies. You guys are evil. They are already bonded to the trader and will not accept food from you or follow you around. They just become wandering mobs until they eventually despawn. Okay, so that is the main idea of the add-on. All the mechanics and the important info you'll need to get started. But before we take a look at the dragons and their gear, some other things to mention and take note of this add-on are: the only way to get a dragon is to hatch it from an egg. You cannot tame the wild dragons, and the only way to get an egg is to either find it in the wild or buy one from the dragon trader. There is no breeding as part of this add-on. Dragons have different stats. Well, sort of. Dragon types have different stats. Well, for example, the Crystal Dragon has the least amount of health of all the three, followed by Fire and then Thunder with the most health. But there's a trade-off. While the Crystal Dragon may not have the most health, it is the fastest dragon of all three, both on land and in the air, where the Thunder Dragon is the slowest. Dragons also have two different attacks, a breath attack and a fireball attack. One is attached to left trigger and the other is right trigger, or left and right mouse click. I'm not 100% sure what they are on mobile, but whatever your interact and your attack buttons are. The last and one of the best parts of the entire add-on is that they also have shiny variants. Similar to the dragonfire, there is only a 5% chance when hatching an egg to get a shiny dragon. These, however, are actually textured differently. There's no weird glow or animation like in dragonfire. They're truly shiny versions just like Pokemon. Alright, time has finally come. Let's take a closer look at the dragons and their gear. Now I want to say that the design of these dragons is amazing. The detail in the models and the textures are fantastic. Hats off to the designers. First, let's take a look at the Crystal Dragon. Very reminiscent of Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon, but the floating crystals on the tips of the wings are a fantastic detail. And the shiny version of the Crystal Dragon is this beautiful white and gold color. Then the armor for the Crystal Dragon is this nice color of purple. But imagine if it was that awesome white color with the gold crystals for horns. Missed opportunity for sure, but in the end, I still like the armor. Now you guys have kind of already seen the Fire Dragon, but here's a closer look at it and its armor. Now my only complaint about the Fire Dragon is that when it's compared to the others, it has no glowing parts. Both the Crystal and Thunder Dragon have some aspect on their texture that glows. And I'm a sucker for a good glow. But the Fire Dragon doesn't have that. It makes up for it though with its shiny variant. This is the shiny Fire Dragon, which is probably one of the coolest designs I have seen anywhere on the marketplace. This version does have a slight glow in the wings here. Now as for the armor, this is the Fire Dragon armor. And to be honest, all of the armors are the same. Just a different color pattern. Still very cool looking, just much different than the Dragonfire sets. Lastly, the Thunder Dragon. This big boy is the slowest of the group, but makes up for it with its massive health pool. This thing has almost 100 crowns, and they take up about half the screen when riding on it. And this is the shiny version. The glowing horns on this guy are absolutely incredible. I love how the pattern carries through, even into the wings looking like bolts of lightning. And then a quick look at the armor. Again, it's the same as the Fire and Crystal sets, just a different color. But imagine if you could have that same glowing horns as the shiny version has on this helmet. That would be really freaking cool, and I wish that the devs would have done that. Well guys, those are the dragons, and all of the mechanics as part of the Dragons add-on by Shapescape. This is one of the best dragon add-ons in the marketplace right now, and I highly recommend picking it up for yourself. If you guys have any questions or any issues with your game, feel free to comment down below and I'll do my best to either answer them or pass the issue on to the devs. I'll also include a link to the Shapescape Discord for the add-on in the description down below. If you guys found the video helpful or entertaining in any way, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button for me, as well as the bell next to it to stay up to date with all of my latest content. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for coming and watching today, but that's all from me for now. Wolf, out!